Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I have a sobering message to bring to you today, and I think it is very, very important, so I please ask you to share this. They are making their final move, and it's a multi-prone attack, and we just saw the leader of Canada and the leader of the US come out right at the exact same time and speak out against your ability to defend your families. Now we've had many horrible, horrific incidents in our country before, and I don't believe those are going to stop by taking away our rights to defend ourselves. As a matter of fact, I think it's going to make it much worse. And there's countries that we're going to talk about that have suffered that exact same fate in recent history. You see, I just noticed that Jeff Borgen, our leader, as of right now, stated that he believed that a 9 mil, the most common defense round, should not be allowed. This is absolutely a tragedy. Just the other day, I was reading a story, I believe it was in Virginia, somebody that was prepared for a bad time took out a gunman prior to it escalating even worse. I have read many stories about that. I have had to respond to emergencies where people were forced to defend their family and they saved their family's life. As a matter of fact, I had a close friend a long time when we were growing up that it was a horrible story, but a man came into his home to attempt to kill his father, and the gun actually misfired twice. He had time to go back and get his gun and stop the situation. And when the officers arrived, because remember, it takes a while for them to get there, they went into the man's car and it was loaded with weapons and a note because he was going to finish himself too that night. And he was going to go kill the entire Lake Tahoe, board of directors, the town council. It happened a long, long time ago. And a friend of mine saved all of their lives. But he wouldn't have been able to do it if he wasn't able to use the proper tools to defend himself. Now, we talk about being prepared for economic crashes on this channel, and we talk about being prepared for financial crashes, but also this food issue that's going on, that's coming up, that's going to be really bad. But right now, you saw a coordinated attack and on our rights. Now, I believe that every single one of you watching this, I don't care who you vote for, I don't care I don't care about anything right now other than your right. If somebody came in to try and hurt you or your family, to be able to defend yourself legally. Our country has been made of so many amazing men and women that have fought for our freedom. And many of them, some known as the greatest generation ever, fought to take down tyranny in Europe, in Germany. Right now, there are places that most people won't even go, like in Mexico, like Juarez, because who runs the place are the bad people. Because the good people, which I believe are 9 out of 10 or 99 out of 100, they do not have a way to fight back. And so the bad people run the city. And I'm telling you, that is what will happen if this continues. And I think it's very important when you're talking about preparing for food shortages and economic collapse, to also be prepared for protecting yourselves, being good people. I have been called upon before outside of my normal duties to do this. And my prayer has always been that someone would do that for my family if needed. We just saw a video I just was watching news headlines, and a gentleman decided to end his life, by lighting himself on fire in another country. And there's a video of people taking selfies. Think about this. We need to be there for not only our friends and family, but our community as well. This world, and I'm telling you this in hope, because I have a lot of hope and joy inside of me, okay? But sometimes you got to get serious and point out truth. But none of this is worth everything if we don't have our freedom, right? You can have the fanciest car right now and the fanciest house and be sitting on a fancy boat today, and then your freedoms get taken away because of your ideology. I've continually said throughout my small channel career here, I don't care what your sex is, I don't care what your race is, I don't care your political affiliations. I care about humans, people that, and the type of humans, because there's a special type of humans that want to help others as they help themselves. But really, when you focus on reaping what you sow, what are you sowing? So, one thing that you may need to prepare for is buying things like those nines that may not be around, getting involved, having your head on a swivel. It's extremely important. Now, I did this video because I was inspired by something else I saw. So I'm sort of copying some things to see how this works, because this information is very important. You know, there's a lot of people that have voted over the years a certain way because they go, yeah, bad people shouldn't have those kind of tools. And I have to pick my words right so you guys understand what I'm saying. And what is very important to know is that it's the good people that actually get penalized. See, bad people that break the law, they're going to still break the law. The laws are for the good people. So when you take the rights away from the good people, then what you're left with is somebody that's running around a school and you're waiting for the response from the emergency response team that might not come in time. Or the parents that have the ability to go in and handle it. You know, a lot of us are parents, and just because we don't wear a special uniform every day, we still have the ability to take care of our community, our family, and our friends. That is very important for people to know. And so it's interesting because I've seen people that vote and live a certain lifestyle. Let's say they lean one way, and they're completely dumbfounded when something horrible happens to them. I've seen this before, actually. And it's like they're dumbfounded, like this couldn't happen to them. And that's the problem. They're always thinking, it can't happen to me, but I want to go help those people, so I'll vote a certain way. And what we're doing is we're taking away people's rights to defend their family, their children. The one thing that's messed up right now is our children. We need to raise our children right, raise them up so that they'll become strong men and women, strong leaders that will help build our country and our world. You want to make this a better place? Stop focusing on electric cars and start focusing on our children. Dive in to our children. Take care of them, protect them. And defend the right to defend ourselves. I want to thank everybody that has ever served in the military. You are amazing. To all the first responders, but to all the average, the teachers, the counselors, the people who work at the grocery store that have been called upon to defend someone else that couldn't defend themselves. Thank you to all of you that have made this world a better place every single time you stand up for not only your rights, but for someone else's. I'm sorry to bring such a sobering message, but it needs to be said. This is very important. Be prepared with food. Be prepared with your finances, getting out of debt before this crash. Also be prepared to defend yourself and to defend others, to take care of those around you. It's very important. Remember, guys, you reap what you sow. All right, with that being said, I thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sharing this, because I've been seeing many people waking up and going, I always voted a certain way, but now I'm starting to understand. And I believe that these words are going to penetrate some people's minds and their spirits, and they're going to start to understand how important these days are, and that we need to possibly change the way we've been thinking all this time. All right, guys, that being said, I thank you so much for watching. The Economic Ninja is out.